on names, because this is always one of the most fun things to do, is try to come up with a silly team name for your fantasy team. So this was my top 5 with honorable mentions. Corey, roll it for me. I'm giving you a trigger warning. We're going to start slow, and then we're going to get progressively worse. Let's get into the first one. At 5th place, Tua Girls, 1 cup. Shout out to Tua Tagliavoe and his 4-year, $212 million extension. As you see him there eating a big plate of chocolate ice cream. Stewie seemed bothered by that. Not too bad honorable mentions included Najee Germany, touchdown syndrome, I put it in her Bert, nuts all over your face, and Adrian Peterson daycare. Someone watch the switch out there. In 4th place for me, we have Step Burrow, I'm stuck. Shout out to Joe Burrow and his new Slim Shady haircut. And step sisters and moms just keep getting stuck in beds and washing machines. Good thing he's got a lot of time behind center. These are getting a little worse. Honorable mentions. We got Coop Cup's Clan. Nigba Please. Got to make sure I say that right. 1A Kareem Pie. DeMartiac Arrest. Don't touch down there. And Rogers Vax Dodgers. DeMartiac Arrest is brutal because of the whole DeMar Hamlin and the heart attack. But so, like I said, we're starting to creep into it a little bit. Number 3, Watson's Towel. You could also do What's Under My Towel. I think this is at least kind of towing the line, because technically on all those 22 allegations, he did not get actually charged with any of them criminally, although you get accused of something 22 times. You probably did that shit. Now we're getting bad. These are the tough ones here. Ruggs Riders. Jesus Christ. Sandy Hook and Ladder. She was Haskins for it. Google why that's an interesting one. And then another Haskins, Dwayne's Trains and Automobiles, based, of course, off Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, and Dwayne was hit by it. All right, anyway, so at number 2 in worst fantasy football names you can come up with, I have Hanging with Hernandez. Now, I thought this was actually kind of fun. I thought this actually kind of sounds like a 90s sitcom. And again, he was given life without parole for murder, so I don't feel that bad for it. So that is probably the second to worst one I heard you can come up with, is Hanging with Hernandez. But the top one, the worst or not safe for work fantasy football name you can have this year on your team, is Who Killed Charbonnet Ramsey? Named, of course, after Zach Charbonnet. And actually, he's a fantasy sleeper himself, so keep an eye on Charbonnet. But yes, Who Killed Charbonnet Ramsey? Absolutely savage. Jesus Christ. The internet is just never missed since Al Gore invented it in 1983. But there you go. Top fantasy football names you can come up with. You're welcome. All right, so that was last week's episode, so I put that up, and apparently y'all decided you could top it. I had so many comments of people going like, what about this one, what about that one? I said, you know what, let's bring it back then. I'm giving this one to everyone that gave me some suggestion or advice, so now I got a new one for you. This is going to be the commenters edition of the most not safe for work fantasy football team names you can come up with. Corey, if you can hit this video here for me. So once again, like I said, we're going to come with a trigger warning. Go ahead and play it. I don't want to hear any nonsense. This is going to get from, not so bad to worse. And again, this is coming from y'all. These were all comments that were given to me, all these team names for not safe for work fantasy football names, so don't blame me. In 5th place, last time I had Tua Girls 1 cup, y'all came up with Hot Tua on that thing. That's newer, that's more relevant. I feel like that'll actually get kind of overblown, that Hawk Tua thing, and congratulations, she's made a bunch of money. Honorable mentions, y'all didn't get too bad with these. McAfrican Americans, the Riley Reid option, It Hurts When I Fart, Touch of the Downs, Favre dollar foot long, as we found out from the picture, it's not even close to a foot long. Gruden's emails, and Adrian Beetserson instead of Peterson, that's cute. In 4th place, y'all came up with My Dig's Tiny. That's not that offensive. That's actually just a funny play on words, but I still enjoy. I like clever. So the ones I gave awards to, I wanted a more clever one, so My Dig's Tiny, which is also why I went with Singletary's Dingleberries, which is a clever rhyme. But also, if you think about it, to me, Mike Singletary, that crazy face he used to make all the time, maybe it's because, got some dingleberries down there, you might be wide-eyed too. So I like that as a twofold, and it rhymed and it was kind of clever. These are effed up, and y'all came up with these. Mike Vick's Dog Kennel. Kraft's Massage Parlor. Sandusky's Daycare is not just terrible, it's college, so I don't know if I should even count that. Raw Dog and Young Ho's Coup, you have to add Amon Ra and Young Ho for that to happen. Hitting Rugs, Rugs Auto, and Mixing It Up in the Bar. Joe Mixon and his girlfriend in the bar. These are just, y'all are savage for these ones here. And Sandusky's Daycare I almost want to take out because that's college, that's not even NFL. But man, those are pretty rough. And then in 2nd place, Finger Painting with J. Pierre Paul. And the guy even commented and said, but the funniest part of it was that they had the Ninja Turtle compared, because when he blew his hand off, that hand looks like a Ninja Turtle hand. I'm not going to lie. But the most clever, the most offensive, not safe for work fantasy football name the commenters came up with, and this one was just, again, savage. Beats by Ray. Ow! God bless it, internet. Beats by Ray instead of Beats by Dre. Ha because he beat her. And again, I didn't do it, so if y'all get kicked out of your league for that name, don't get mad at me. Once again, the internet, number one, never missed since Al Gore invented it in 1983. So that's the not safe for work fantasy football names given to all me by the commenter. So thank you very much. Beats by Ray, whoever said that, you need therapy. I need to go. So I'm out. I love you. I'll talk to you next time.